Where are you now? Okay, let me take the exact position. We are just a few kilometers above the earth. Let's move towards the earth, making target on the earth, moving towards the earth.
Remote sensing can be observed from the space, and whereas it can be taken from the observation from the aeroplane or ground-based satellite. Thank you.
మనకు కూడా చేసిన ఒక కాన్ఫరెన్స్ ఉంటే బాగుంది కదా, నాకు అటెండ్ అవ్వాలని ఉంది.
You for always being supportive to the geography department, and we are truly grateful for sharing your valuable thoughts on the geospatial technologies.
And particularly in the medium-sized cities and big cities is a big question that one need to understand today. Therefore, I shall be speaking further on next please. Further speaking on a topic that is next please. That is economic growth, climate change, and sustainability of urban areas and cities. Next please. Yes. So if I start with a brief bio of Professor Monish Raza. I speak on an issue that is economic growth, climate change, and sustainability of urban areas and cities. Let me start my lecture with a quote, a very important quote that was published say 20 years before, Earth's limit. The Earth is finite. Its ability to provide food is finite. Its ability to provide energy is finite. Its ability to absorb waste and destructive effluent is finite. So there is a common word, finite, for which we forgot. We do not see that something is finite. What we use the water, we use on your own way. We do not feel that water is limited. So what we see that human population, there is explosive growth. Human need is unlimited and resources are limited. हमारी आज की नीड जो है कभी पूरी नहीं होती है, चाहे कितने पैसे जेब में आ जाए, कुछ भी मिल जाए, 2 कमरे का मकान हो, 3 कमरे का हो जाए, 3 का हो जाए, 5 हो जाए, दिल्ली में है तो पहाड़ पे हो जाए. So this does not go away. So that is a big problem. The population growth, human needs, and global connectivity is a faster, and economic growth is faster. It is very good that we have a faster economic growth, but in terms of sustainability, in terms of nature, in terms of environment, it is the other way around. ये दोनों जाति दुश्मन है एक दूसरे के, and it is an inverse relationship. Therefore, there is uncertain future of the planet Earth, and sustainability of Earth is threatened. So it is not sustainability of the Earth is threatened, but it is sustainability of humankind. Man is sustainability is threatened. That we always forget. हम आगे के लिए नहीं सोचते, हम कहते तो जरूर हैं, लेकिन सोचते नहीं हैं. This is a big issue that one need to understand here. Next please. Population growth, if you see up to 2030, it is fast moving. And from 2015, what we have, if you see here, 2015 was a turning point where the urban population where the urban population cross the rural population. Rural population has declined and urban population start coming up because nobody wants to live in the गांव में रहना नहीं चाहता है, rural areas में नहीं रहना चाहता. Everyone want to move to cities, you know. Why? Mainly because of economic reason. अपने गांव का छोटा मकान, अपना गांव का बड़ा मकान छोड़ के गांव शहर के छोटे मकान में आकर रहना चाहते हैं. जो दिल्ली में एयर क्वालिटी इनहेल कर रहे हैं बाकी जगह, that is better. They feel, but they do not like to live in a big palatial houses of their own in a village with less money in the pocket. So this was the issue. Next, please. Now, if you see the word GDP, it is a very fast growing. ये बहुत अच्छा लगता है GDP बढ़ता रहे सारी चीजें. Next, please. If we talk about word in India, now if you see the urban India, how it is urbanizing, rural population, all India and urban, the income of all areas, whether rural, urban or India, is going up. So ये बहुत अच्छा है. And in today's the present economic growth rate, what we have is 5.4%. It will gone down in the third quarter. So that is one issue. So everybody is looking for the faster economic growth, connectivity, globalization, everything. So what will happen when the money will come in your pocket? What will happen? Next, please. The material consumption will go up. India's material consumption. What I am showing you is from the important publications, very important publication that has come up. So what we have, material consumption has gone manifold. So what is material consumption has, demand grows by 5 times and material has consumption has gone 5 times. So this is the state of affairs. The material consumption has gone 5 times. So if you see that fossil fuel and iron ore and all, that has gone at a very fast rate. That is a big issue. Next, please. Now, the role of technology. That was a time turning point when we have started sensing the whole world by the remote sensing satellite data with the launch of Landsat-1 satellite data way back in 1972. So from there we started capturing the parts of how the earth resources are distributed, what all is there, how we can use it for our own development process and all. Next, please. So I'll be showing you two important issues that we are working with. I'm working with my students. One is of Delhi urban heat island, and second is the blue-green spaces for the mitigation of the urban climate and city temperature. So what we have, if we see the urban thermal environment, we see the spatial temporal change of land use, that is base map from 1991 to 2021. Next, please. When we see a lot of changes that is taking place. Now see the urban spatial temporal urban expansion process. So what we see, we try to see where all these expansion is taking place. So these are the edges, these are the boundary line, and so and so. Next, please. Then we try to map not only the land use, land cover. Earlier it was only land use, land cover. Now we try to take up the various indices. So in that indices, what we took is built up areas, how the built up areas keep on expanding. Now if you see from 1991 to 2021, the dark patches show that the built up areas expanding and built up density, you see the downward, both are going at a very fast rate. This is the indices. Next, please. Now we try to see the vegetation cover and vegetation density. The top map, this is all the vegetation cover, NDVI, and this is the vegetation density. This gives a better picture of what is the state of affairs of the urban environment. Next, please. Then we try to use the thermal satellite data, and we try to have a urban heat island density. So what we see from 1991, mainly the blue patches, it was much better state of environment as compared to when we keep on going from 91 to 2001 to 11 and 2021. Then we try to see, one can say that what happens, what matters. Obviously, when the city will expand, city will grow, built up and increase density, increase vegetation, go away. What impacts? Next, please. So we try to relate with the population, human, what we are having the state of environment. What we did, we try to superimpose the population density. Now see the central part of Delhi, and the big dots is the population density. That is an important issue that one need to understand. If the people, those who are living in the center of Delhi, you can imagine what state of environment they are experiencing. All the time, 24/7, they are exposed to high temperature, close to 40 degrees centigrade. So this is important output, social output that we get by using technology. What Munish Raza was thought of, technology can solve and address many of the problems. And then we try to have a relationship which is a very strong relationship between population density and land surface temperature. Next, please. Then the second aspect I want to talk about is about the blue-green resources. The new dimension, that new thing that is coming up in urban studies, how blue-green spaces are contributing to the mitigation of the urban heat island impact and can maintain the city sustainability. So these are the 8 spots where we choose Netaji blocks, Fort William, and many more places. And these are the coordinates. Next, please, these are the places where we took up the study site for the blue-green spaces. Next, please. Then we try to map the landscape temperature across these 8 cities. Eight spots in the entire metropolitan city of Calcutta. Next, please. Then we took up the NDVI. This is the 8 cities NDVI. Because of time, I am not going to explain each and every one. Next, please. Then we talk about not only the vegetation, we try to talk about the proportion of vegetation. Because absolute figure does not give you a good picture. When you take the ratio figure, density, or proportion of vegetation and all, that gives you a better picture. Next, please. Then we try to take up the soil adjusted vegetation rate. How the soil and moisture contribute to the adjustment of the what we call vegetation and all. Next, please. Then we took up the road network of the Calcutta. We plotted a special map of road network, because on the road network what we see how much time we have, sir? 5 minutes. Fine. I'll complete within the 5 minutes. So we try to map the road network and try to see all these, special dimension of the city, not only for the Delhi, for Calcutta and for many other cities, how they contribute to the city sustainable city environment, how they are shaping the city environment for which we are totally ignorant about. We should think of we should go for all development activities based on the sustainability of the people, sustainability of the environment. Next, please. Then we also made the normalized built-up index of all these selected 8 places. Next, please. Then we took up the modified normalized differential water index. We used to have the water index, then normalized differential water index. Then we have another method to precisely map the water bodies, that is called modified normalized differential water index. Next, please. Then we try to see how the cities are related, how the city is impacting by the different what we call vegetation and water body. What we see, the built-up index and the road density has very strong association between the cooling effect of the city. Whereas when you talk about water, vegetation, SAVI, proportion of vegetation, they all have a very strong positive association with the blue-green spaces as a parameter for the cooling effect of the city and surrounding area. Next, please. Then we tried to compare, and what we see, the average temperature in VGI was significantly lower by 2.5 degrees centigrade compared to the surrounding area or the average LST of the Delhi. Now see this one. It has lowered the BGI impact, lower 2.5 degrees centigrade, and if you see the IPCC report, 7th IPCC report, which talks about that global temperature of the world has increased close to 1 degree centigrade. Here what we have, 2.5 degrees centigrade. It is a lot. People can say that 1 degree, 2 degree, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? 38 or 39 हो जाएगा, but it matters a lot because these are the important parameter and these are the average temperature. So when you take the average temperature, that speaks volume, even 0.1 degree, 0.2 degree, or even so. Next, please. Now, to sum up, what I can say that cooling effect of blue-green infrastructure on urban thermal environment emphasizes the critical role in mitigating the urban heat effect. The study insighted into how BGI interaction can enhance the urban thermal cooling condition effectively to address the urban heat island challenges in the mega cities urban area by reducing heat stress, improving the thermal comfort and lowering the energy demand by air conditioning. BGI emerged as a vital component for promoting urban cities sustainability and resilience to climate change for the faster, good, better urban livelihood. Studies are highly promising. Such studies are very highly promising, and it is not only strengthen the resilience to climate resilience by adopting the cooling condition, but also enhances the biodiversity, ecosystem services, and socio-economic well-being of the people, those who are living in not only the big cities. I'll finish in a minute by saying that we always address, like me also, I'm addressing the issue of big cities, how cities are expanding, how cities are contributing to the problem. But my guide, Professor Adalakshmi Singh, she was a renowned geographer. She used to say that कि क्यों सिर्फ बड़े शहर को हम बात करते हैं? Why do not we talk about the medium-sized cities And if you see today medium-sized cities are contributing much more to the problem of urban sustainability compared to the bigger cities. Because bigger cities are less in number, they house less population as compared to the medium-sized cities. So my takeaway is that, as what Professor Munish has thought of long back, that how the sustainability can be improved upon and how technology can solve it. So as a student of geography, what I can say at the end is that we are using the satellite data as an important tool and GIS as a platform. And I feel that, I'm sure that people sitting in others gathering will agree with me that it is this tool which has revived this geography as a subject. The only thing is that what past president was saying about that we need to revise the curriculum. We revise the curriculum a bit, change the methodology, what Minister was thought of, aspire for, so that we can do what he thought of, what he believed long back, that this tool has revived the subject geography, and that has led us to put the geography student on the path of equally on the same platform of the people from physics, biology, those who are publishing in top journals. So this is a tool which has revived the subject matter, and I feel we are no less than any other scientific discipline, and geography as a true scientific discipline which we call a mother earth. अगर geography हटा दो तो सब खत्म हो जाए, chemistry वहीं से आता है, soil वहीं से आता है, agriculture वहीं से आता है. So I feel that this is very important discipline, and again at the end I'm very thankful and grateful to the executive committee of NAGI and to the Osmania University for giving me an opportunity to talk about the legendary Professor Munish Zada. We all pray that his soul may rest in peace and Allah unko jannat mein अच्छी जगह दे. Amen. शुक्रिया बहुत. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Sekaran. Thank you very much. Strictly adhering to the right. Thank you.
Thank you.
One earth, one chance, let's make it count.